Hey, I'm Dr. Ashok Chapagani. Today we are going to discuss about branchial apparatus. This is one of the very important topic in embryology as well as clinical medicine, surgery and pediatrics. It is very high topic for MCQs and even USMLE and AMC. So we are going to discuss about it. In the embryological life, there are 6 swellings in the cervical region. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 swellings in the cervical region. The one near the stomodium is called the first swelling, and the towards the tail is called as sixth swelling. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are called as branchial apparatus. These swellings are called as branchial apparatus. Among them, the fifth will degenerate. Now the parts of branchial apparatus. Each branchial apparatus has 3 parts. The outer part is called as cleft or groove. The middle part is called as arches, and the inner part is called as pouch. The cleft or groove is derived from the outer cleft or groove is derived from the ectoderm. The middle arches is derived from the mesoderm, and the inner pouch is derived from the endoderm. There is one very famous mnemonic to remember this, that is CAP cap or GAP cap. That is cleft or pouch, ectodermal, arches, mesodermal, and pouches, endodermal. Now we are going to study each of the branchial apparatus derivatives. First of all, we will start with the cleft, then we will move towards pouch, and then the arches at last. So first, branchial cleft. The mnemonic for the first apparatus is YAM, or for all cleft, pouches and arches. YAM is the M or I 1, or I is the M or 1. So the first branchial cleft derivative is meatus, external auditory meatus, and tragus. This can be remembered also like this is external auditory meatus and this is tragus, and these are the part of other ear. So the tragus and external auditory meatus is derived from the first branchial cleft. The later one is in the form of tragus and external auditory meatus. Now second, third and fourth branchial cleft from temporary cervical sinus. The temporary cervical sinus is obliterated by the developing mesenchyme from the branchial arches. If they persist, branchial cyst will develop as a lateral neck mass. This is very important in head and neck surgery, otorhinolaryngology, and general surgery. Then fifth and sixth branchial apparatus, the cleft part and the pouch part will not have any derivative. Only the arches will have derivative, the sixth arc. The fifth will degenerate in all. Now the branchial, this is cleft. Now pouch derivatives. First pouch will give rise to middle ear and its extensions. In its extensions, mastoid ear cells and eustachian tube. It is to be noted that the mastoid ear cells, eustachian tube and middle ear proper is collectively called as middle ear cleft. But here the word cleft is very misleading, because the cleft means ectodermal here, but pouch is endodermal here. So we are not deliberately using the word cleft. Second pouch give rise to swelling of throat, that is pharyngeal tonsil. The mnemonic for second apparatus derivative, all pouch, arches and even cleft, but cleft does not give rise to any structures, second, third or fourth, is yes. Yes for second. So here also it stands 2. The swelling or starts with yes. The swelling of the throat is from second pouch. Now third pouch. The third pouch I will be TH and I. The derivatives are thymus and inferior parathyroid. Fourth pouch. The fourth pouch, the derivative is the remaining parathyroid, that is superior parathyroid. Now we will move towards the branchial arcage derivative. Before that, we will be discussing about important clinical association, that is DiGeorge syndrome. The DiGeorge syndrome is the defect in the third and fourth pouch defect. So it is due to 22q11 deletion, DiGeorge syndrome. From di we can remember 2. Di means 2, therefore 2 is 2 times 22, and the 11, 1 is also 2 times, so it is di means from that we can, the word di we can derive 22 and 11, and q the long arm of chromosome 22, we have to remember this. Since there is third pouch defect, there will be agenesis of thymus, and the third and fourth pouch both defect will be there, therefore there will be no parathyroid hormone deficiency will be there. Both inferior parathyroid and superior parathyroid deficiency will be there, agenesis will be there, therefore the parathyroid hormones will also not be in blood. This will give rise to hypocalcemia and tetany, and the thymus deficiency will give rise to T cell defects and cell mediated immunity. They also have, in addition, the cardiac defects. The conotruncal defect is there in DiGeorge syndrome. The conotruncal anomalies will be there in DiGeorge syndrome. So we are now moving towards the branchial arcage derivatives. In branchial arcage derivatives, we will be dealing them separately. It is quite lengthy. It's not like pouch or the cleft derivatives. First, arcage. Each arc will have their own cartilage and cartilage derivatives, each separate muscles, separate blood vessel, the artery, and separate nerve. So we are moving to with first arc. As we know that the first arc mnemonic is M and I. So Meckel's cartilage derivatives. The embryonic Meckel's cartilage will lead to the following derivatives: mandible, malleus, and incus, and sphenomandibular ligament. So there are M, I. Here also I and M are there, the first arc derivatives. The muscle is M at the rate to mat. From 1M, mastication muscles. From another M, mylohyoid. Anterior belly of digastric. And tensor tympani and tensor palatini. Blood vessel is maxillary artery. Nerve is trigeminal nerve, motor supply by mandibular division and sensory supply by maxillary division. X and S, both of them phonate same, so it is very easy to remember that sensory supply is from maxillary division. Now we will move towards our second arc derivative. The embryonic cartilage is Reichert's cartilage. To remember this, we can write 2 and R, 2 and 1 slash. This is R. Therefore, in R there is 2. Reichert's cartilage is second arc derivative. and this will give rise to steps, styloid process, stylohyoid ligament, small horn of hyoid, and superior part of body of hyoid. So 4 S's are there. We have deliberately used small horn of hyoid and not the lesser horn of hyoid for our easiness, for the purpose of making mnemonic, that is 4 S. And lower part of instead of upper part of body of hyoid, we are using superior part of body of hyoid. So the muscle is smiley. So muscles of facial expression, muscles of smiley face. As for the mnemonic part, we are using smiley face, that is facial expression. And others are stapedius, stylohyoid, platysma, yes, in platysma, and posterior belly of digastric. The artery is stapedial artery, and the knob is 7th knob. So the arterial derivatives of each arc we are going to discuss at the last. There is one very famous mnemonic for that given by Dr. Najib. We will be discussing about that. Now, third arc, cartilage, muscles, artery, knob. Since hyoid is a 5-letter word, then 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. Hyoid is derived from both from second arc and third arc. From second arc, as we remember, 2 the superior part of body of hyoid and the small horn of hyoid are derived, and the remaining part, that is the greater horn and lower part of body, is derived from the third arc derivative. The muscle is stylopharyngeus at the rate SP muscle, and from SP not only stylopharyngeus will be derived, stylopharyngeus will form, but superior tendon of Achilles is also called as SP, and the superior tendon of Achilles will have 3 star in his badge, that is the 3 arc. So the third arc will give rise to SP, superior tendon of Achilles, stylopharyngeus. So we can remember like that. The artery is, and the third arc artery is the carotid artery, internal carotid and common carotid, and the knob is glossopharyngeal. The G is look like C, and the C means third, therefore glossopharyngeal knob. First is the mandibular and maxillary division. The mandibular from forms the motor supply, and the maxillary forms the sensory supply, M for M. Second is 7th knob, S for S, and the third is glossopharyngeal, and in glossopharyngeal the letter G has C part, from which we can remember third arc. Fourth arc. To remember the fourth arc, one mnemonic is we have to remember external, or only X, external, and the sixth arc we have to remember internal or intrinsic. So the cartilage is all external laryngeal cartilages such as thyroid, corniculate, cuneiform, and even epiglottis. The muscle is extrinsic laryngeal muscles and constrictors of pharynx. The artery is subclavian and aortic arc. Subclavian arc and aortic arc derivatives, tributaries. The knob is the knob is external laryngeal knob, branch of vagus nerve. Sixth arc. The mnemonic is intrinsic. opposite of external. So cartilage is intrinsic laryngeal cartilage, that is arytenoid, because from arytenoid the vocal ligament come, and this part is within the larynx. Therefore this is my mnemonic, this is my version, that is external laryngeal cartilage and intrinsic laryngeal cartilage. In any book you will not find. Similarly extrinsic laryngeal muscles you will not find. This is for just the purpose of remembering. So in muscles, here intrinsic laryngeal muscles, all intrinsic laryngeal muscles except cricothyroid, and cricothyroid is derived from the fourth part. We'll write cricothyroid here. And the artery is pulmonary trunk and ductus arteriosus, and the nerve is inferior laryngeal nerve, branch of recurrent laryngeal nerve, branch of vagus nerve. Now for the blood supply of each arc, there is one famous mnemonic, that is first make 60 steps, then call for arches and sleep in lungs. So from first arc, this is first, second, third, fourth and sixth arches, and from first arc the blood supply is maxillary artery. From second arc the blood supply is stapedial artery. The third arc blood supply is carotid, internal carotid and common carotid. The fourth arc is aortic arches, aortic arc and subclavian arc. And the sixth arc is lungs, means pulmonary artery, pulmonary trunk, and ductus arteriosus. Ductus arteriosus joins aorta and the pulmonary trunk. So thank you very much.